Oh, good morning and welcome back. I really hope that you're all doing well. So today we're going to read a passage from Matthew's Gospel, so Matthew chapter 14, and it's the passage about Jesus feeding the 5,000, that miracle that Jesus did. So I'll give you a second just to see if you can find it, if you've got your Bibles with you. So it's Matthew chapter 14. And we're starting at verse 13 and reading to verse 21. Are you ready? When Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. When Jesus landed, he saw a large crowd, and he had compassion on them, and he healed all those who were ill. As evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote place, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." Jesus replied, "They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat." "We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish," they answered. "Bring them here to me," he said. And he told the people to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the people. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was about 5,000 men, besides women and children. Wow, what an awesome miracle that Jesus did. Can you just imagine that? 5 loaves and 2 fishes feeding so many hungry people. There are actually a lot of things that stand out to me about that passage, such as Jesus' compassion, his kindness for those who are unwell, and his care for those who are hungry. But the thing when I read it that really stood out to me is how Jesus involves and includes his disciples in feeding the people. He says to them, "You give them something to eat." So they told Jesus what they had, 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and well, it didn't seem enough. It wasn't enough. And I guess they probably might have felt a bit silly even mentioning it. What good is so little? What good is so little when the need is so great? It wasn't enough to feed that many people. But Jesus, he doesn't laugh at them. He takes what they offer, he takes what they've got, he blesses it, and he uses it to feed thousands of people. And sometimes I wonder, we can feel like we haven't got much to offer. We can look at others and we can think, well, they're smarter than me, they're cooler than me, they've got more resources than me. Who am I to do anything special for God? And yet, with Jesus, if just 5 small loaves of bread and 2 fish can feed thousands of people, just imagine what God can do through us when we bring to him our abilities and talents and resources, however insignificant or small they might seem to us. God can do amazing things through them. So, this week's challenge, and you're going to need an adult to help you with this, is if you've got the ingredients and you can do it, to bake some bread. I mean, you could maybe make a cake or some scones if you've got ingredients for that. And what I want you to try and do, and with your mums and dads as well, or whoever looks after you, is while you're making the bread, have a chat with your parents about the skills and resources that you have. Perhaps ask them, what skill, what do you see in me? What skills, what things is it in me that you value? And you can tell your parent and your adult the same. You can tell them the skills and resources that you've noticed that they have. And then maybe once you've done that, if you want to, why not pray and ask God to do amazing things through you, and amazing things through the things that you bring, the things that you're able to give and do for God. So that's our challenge, and do check out the newsletter for some prayer ideas and keep the jokes coming in. and hopefully I'll see you all soon. So God bless you all, and bye for now.